Oh, we're getting a noise complaint today. W's in chat for Carly, who's waiting for Storm Benjamin. Oh, Benjamin. Oh, bloody Benjamin. What could be going on with Storm Benjamin? Oh, my goodness. Welcome, everyone in the chat right now. Let's see who we got checking in. We got the regulars here. One word. Tell me how you're doing tonight. Let's see who we got in chat tonight. We got a lot of regulars here at the Category 5 Command Center. Oh, my goodness. It was a crazy day for me. I worked. I went house shopping, or more like condominium shopping. And then I did some weather content, and now I'm here live. Okay? It's been a crazy day, long day, crazy day. Regular. Oh, we got a regular here. Lady D, hungry. Good. Sally says good. Caitlin Owens, if it is your first time here on the stream, let me know in chat. I'll give you a big old shout out. A huge shout out. I'll give you a mega shout out. So if it's your first time here, let me know. Okay? Wow, the chat is absolutely popping off right now. Let's go back to the big screen here. Wow, Fuzzy is sick. What a shame. Mason is feeling alive. Not my first time. Yeah, oh, it's a lurker. We got Barry the sax player checking in. I'm a lurker. Oh, he's in the Discord sometimes. Welcome, brother Barry. Welcome. We got Southwest Riz Real. Wow, we got some Riz in the chat. Oh, we got some Riz. Ooh, a little Riz in there. Love that. Arlie. Drew, welcome. Spark Service Weather, brother, welcome. Oh, Hannah, exhausted. She's got to get up at 4 a.m. Guys, welcome to the stream. Hopefully all of you had a wonderful day. We've got a lot to talk about, though, today, okay? We're going to go ahead and get right into it here on the Big Weather Show. Because we've got a big-time system that we're talking about. Melissa. We knew it. Melissa, look at that. The headline. Melissa could become a Category 5 hurricane. Are you kidding me? We are what? October 22nd. So hurricane season is winding down, but looks like it may have one last hurrah. Look at this. This is the latest intensity forecast here, chat. New poll, too. Who's ready? The chat. 25% say, I'm ready. 34% say, I'm so ready. And 41% of you say, I'm ready, but I'm also shocked. Okay, that's right, Mama G. Make sure everyone in here right now, smash that like button as hard as you can, okay? Smash it. Take your mouse and smash that like button. That helps us get into the algorithm. That helps us get more people in here. And the more people we can get in here, the better. The more people we can bring people into this amazing community, the better. So, we're going to run a new poll in just a second. But in the meantime, this is the latest intensity forecast for Melissa. Oh, gosh. Chat, new poll. Do you know anyone named Melissa? And are they cool? Let me know in chat if you know anyone named Melissa. Melissa's shocked. All right, new poll coming in hot. New poll. Come on, baby. But these are the latest intensity forecast for Melissa, guys. And I'm telling you right now that a Category 5 storm is absolutely on the table here. Look at this, guys. I got a new drawing tool, so I'm trying this out here. Oh, it's not responding. Oh, this is not good. I've completely frozen. Oh, this is not good. Chat, I'm going to have to restart my program. 10 seconds.
Hello, everyone. This is Pecos Hank Shima, and you're listening to Stormfront Freaks Podcast.
And again, I'm telling you, when tornadoes start flying, they'll find you.
I really don't like severe weather.
Really?
Yeah, it's high stress. People die. And so it's not a lot of fun in that respect.
No better way to truly understand and communicate the weather that you're forecasting than to experience it.
So I'm like, we got to go live. We got to go live. It's coming in. So we were, I think that was one of the earliest times we've been on the air live.
Well, the rental car stuff was a long story.
But that was a lot of fun with Phil and the gang. They do a great job over there.
The Storm Front Freak podcast, baby. It's the best in the world. Jump back.
Him laughing is funnier than anything.
I don't understand what happened. I really don't.
I'm back. All right, we're back, chat. That was the podcast, which we do the finale tomorrow night. So make sure you're there for that. But this right here is the latest intensity forecast. We're back. Don't worry, the camera's going to clear up in just a second. But look at this, guys. Category 5 hurricane. Look at this. This might be one of the strongest intensity forecasts I've ever seen for a particular hurricane. I mean, we are literally talking about off the charts, almost. Look at that. That is wind speed of 195 knots. Guys, that's like over 200 miles an hour. Okay. That is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Also, reminder in the chat, if you want to post all caps, great. It's all about freedom of speech here. So, mods, all caps, don't ban them. But this is the intensity forecast. You can see the majority of the models now. Look at this. Category 3 plus. And now, in the latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center, guys, this is pretty, the forecast has been getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And by the time we get to Thursday or Monday, Melissa is going to be a major hurricane spinning in the open waters of the Caribbean, guys. Unfortunately, we did think Melissa might be able to take that turn north. That's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It's unfortunately not going to happen anymore. We were looking at this westward turn, and once Melissa gets in those open waters and continues to push further west, that's where the wind shear is. There's a really low wind shear out here. Let me show you a graphic I created today. Some of you probably saw this on Twitter. But this does a really good explanation of what we got going on here. Here's Tropical Storm Melissa right now. Look at this. It's moving towards a pocket of low wind shear. That's a problem. That's a big problem. You know why? Because on top of that, the waters are also ridiculously warm. Let me show you that right here too. That's Africa. That is not the Caribbean. Here it is. Look at this. The water's in the Atlantic right now. That's right. Ludicrous speed. That's right. T. Phillips. Ludicrous speed. That's exactly what's going to happen here. I love using that word. Hannah asked, what does chalked mean? I'll tell you in a second. But these are the waters. Guys, these are some of the warmest waters in the world right now, in the Caribbean. And that is exactly where Melissa is going to move. Melissa's basically like right here now. She's going to move towards here, just south of Jamaica. Plenty of hurricane fuel. Those waters are going to act like rocket fuel. And with that low wind shear that we were talking about, Melissa is going to have her ceiling almost perfect hurricane conditions. Okay, ideal hurricane conditions, an absolute rocket ship. Let me show you what one of these models is showing. And let's go back to the parent here. 13. Okay. Watch, guys. I'm telling you, when you see this, you're not going to be able to never not see this. Ready? Okay, this is Friday. Melissa not really doing much. This is Saturday. Melissa taking her time to strengthen. We told you all along, if Melissa was not going to be a hurricane by the end of this week, that's actually bad. Watch what happens once we get Saturday, Sunday. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Are you kidding me? I'm just going to put this in motion here. Look at that. That's bad. That is bad news. That is absolutely bad news. Hannah, chalked is like, it's over, right? It's done. I'm telling you guys, this is bad news right here, okay? This is one hurricane model, but it shows an absolute, guys, that is a buzzsaw. That is a buzzsaw of a storm. We are talking about category 3, 4, 5 potentially here. And really there's nothing I can see in the Caribbean, right in here. There's nothing I can see in the Caribbean that's going to stop this thing, right? The only thing that's going to stop it is itself and physics. It's going to get to whatever physics is going to allow it to get to. Because we're not going to have wind shear to disrupt it when it gets in the Caribbean. Now, as it moves further north, there will be wind shear, right? That actually may save Florida. But unfortunately, places like Jamaica, Cuba, and potentially the Bahamas, it's not looking good. Not looking good. What day is this? This is Monday. This is Sunday night going to Monday. Look at this. I mean, guys, that is absolutely insane. Let me show you the latest. Let me show you the up close here. Look at that. Are you kidding me? That right there, that's the picture in my thumbnail. And that's bad news. That is really, really bad news. Look at this. Here's how this thing goes, right? Tropical storm takes its time, but boom. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let's take a look at a different hurricane model here. Okay, maybe there'll be a different hurricane model. Maybe it won't show the same thing. This is a separate hurricane model. Shows the same thing. By Monday night, an absolute buzzsaw. Let's check a different hurricane model. Let's check this one. Oh. Buzzsaw. Look at that. This is a completely separate hurricane model. Also, complete buzzsaw. This one actually has it moving close to Jamaica here. And this one has it actually getting stronger faster. And then moving right towards Cuba. Look at that. Absolute buzzsaw. Let's try one more. This is the H-Mon. I love saying that name, the H-Mon. Not good. Guys, this one isn't as strong, but look at that. Still. Buzzsaw. That's a category 3+ storm, at least. And look at how much rain it's dumping in Jamaica. I mean, we're talking, hold on, let's go back to the beginning frame here. This is Saturday night. This is Sunday night. So from basically Saturday night through Sunday night through Monday night, Jamaica could be in the outer bands experiencing hurricane force winds plus catastrophic rainfall. Yeah, exactly. Projected millibars. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. Okay, never mind. This is the H-Mon. 927. This right here, the pressure, 927. And that's the weaker one. Hold on, let's go back to the other hurricane models here. Oh my goodness. This one, which this is the halves A, this is 904. Are you kidding me? Ludicrous. That right there, ludicrous speed. That's ludicrous strength. Let's check this one. 938. Still approaching a category 4 or 5 storm. Welcome, G-Bro. Welcome to chat. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, this storm is going to be a problem. It is. And guys, if you're in chat for the first time, let me know. Make sure you mash that like button and mash that subscribe button, okay? If it's your first time, let me know in the chat. And if you have any questions, let me know in the chat too. That's right. Has a 902 millibar storm. Are you kidding me? That is insane. Guys, this could break records. This storm right here could break records. There is nothing that's stopping it from becoming a strong category 5 storm. There's nothing. Really, the only thing that's going to limit it is itself. And the problem is, the storm, despite being in wind shear today, this is what we're looking at right now. This is Melissa right now. Despite being, it's dealing with some wind shear, right? All day today, it's been a little bit lopsided. If you look at the center, right? All the convections on this side, the center is more in the middle. So the W's in chat. Storm Benjamin. Carly, remind me before I end the stream. I'll try to hit on Storm Benjamin. W's in chat for Carly. Huge shout out to anyone that donates. It goes straight to the new apartment. I'm getting a new studio. I'm moving apartments. So massive W's in chat. But this thing is going to be a big time problem here. And look at this. Hold on. Let's zoom in. Look at all the lightning right now. Look at all the lightning that's been, and you can start to see, wow, look at this. A little bit of something developing. These are storms on the outer edges right here, but the lightning has been almost constant all day today. And that's a sign that the storm is trying to strengthen. Big time. Let's take a look at the visible satellite and see if we see anything different here. Actually, hold on. This was what this thing looked like earlier today. So you can see here, just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. You see all those upper level clouds already. We're already seeing this storm get some divergence aloft, right? The clouds are starting to spread out, right? In all directions. That's not good. And look at all the wind shear. You can see the wind shear on this map today. You got wind shear the winds are just blowing the upper level center further east. But the storm is still, the convection, the thunderstorms, right? Whenever I say convection, think about like a thunderstorm, right? That has persisted. And it's a warning sign, right? When I see a tropical storm like this, that in the face of wind shear continues to slowly strengthen, as soon as it gets into an area where there's less wind shear, it tends to absolutely take off. And unfortunately, that is what could happen with this storm. And honestly, I would not be surprised at all as soon as this thing moves to about, let's just say right here, basically even with Jamaica. That's when it's going to have very little wind shear underneath of it. And that's when it's going to absolutely explode. Oh, hey, thanks, Lady D. Massive shout out. We just hit 12,000 subscribers. So huge shout out to all of you. If it's your first time on the stream, let me know. I'll call you out, give you a big shout out. And thanks for all of you being a part of the family. So that's what Melissa looks like now. Melissa is still a tropical storm. Okay. Let me pull up the latest advisory for you guys so you can see it. Melissa is nothing really that we're concerned about now, right? Look at this. Only 50. So that's a gusty tropical storm. Pressure still above 1,000. Sorry. Oh, welcome. Let's go, bud. Massive shout out. But here's guys, this is the crazy thing right here. Okay. The National Hurricane Center, right? NHC, here's their forecast. They're calling for the storm to be gusting by the time we get to, let's say, by the time we get to Monday. Wind at 115 knots, gusting to 140 knots. Do the quick math. Guys, that's 140 miles an hour. Basically 135 and change miles an hour. And that is a Category 4 hurricane. So the National Hurricane Center, which is normally very reserved. They're very cautious because they don't want to get ahead of themselves, right? They don't want to over forecast something. They're very conservative. They are calling for a Category 4 storm already. That's what that forecast is. That's what that 115 knots, that's 135 miles an hour and change. That is a Category 4 hurricane. And that's the lower limit, guys. I'm telling you. Like, if I'm a betting man, I'm thinking at least Cat 4. And so is the National Hurricane Center. But these situations can get out of control really fast. Let me show you this. Oh, what's going on here? Remember, chat, if it's your first time, let me know in chat. I'll call you out. This is the deep mind. Let me write on here. The deep mind. Oh, it's so deep. It's Google's AI model, okay? This is what it's showing. This is the ensemble model, so it's run many different times. Let me skip ahead here. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Look at all the purple. Guys, that's a problem. That is a huge problem. Zoom in here to show you. Guys, every single one of those purple lines is a different model run. And if it's really every single line is a different water run. But the purple lines, guys, that is at least Category 4 strength. Do you see how many purple lines there are? The majority of those models, especially on the western side here, which this storm has trended further west and further west the entire time. So I tend to trust those further west solutions more than the right ones because the west has been right the whole time. Amanda, welcome. But all of those westward solutions call for, I've never seen an ensemble forecast this strong. Never. Especially for a storm that isn't even a hurricane yet. It's one thing if the thing would be a Category 5 hurricane, but it's not. It's a tropical storm. It's a weak tropical storm. And this model, the Google AI model, which has been doing pretty good this year, is showing a Category 4 to 5 hurricane, the majority of the members. That's insane. It's just, I can't tell you how insane of a model run that is. And this isn't the first time this has done this. It's been doing this consistently for the past couple of days. Hold on, watch this. Let's go back to 12Z today. This was the previous model run. Look at that. Are you kidding me? All the lines are purple. Category, that is wind speeds of over 100 knots. That's Category 4 to 5 hurricane, at least. Let's go back to 06Z. All of them, all the lines are all purple. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I see the chat, guys. I see we're talking about Hurricane Sandy. I'd see it talking about Florida. I'm going to show you right now. Let's see if both of those situations are at play. Because those are two things we do need to talk about. Now, in the short to medium term, I'm going to show you Florida, and I'm going to show you East Coast, because those, you'll notice a couple of members. See this? A couple have this getting close, and there's going to be a dynamic at play that could pull this system towards East Coast. I'm going to show you that in just a second. But good evening from Jamaica. Mello. W's in chat from Mello. Welcome to stream. It's your first time. Thanks for being here. Let me show you in the short to medium term what I'm most concerned about, though. Let's go to the European model. The GFS model too, guys. Another thing. Don't use the GFS for this. It's completely just way off. It's been off the entire time.
Caitlin owns super chatted $4.99. Harley told me to do this.
Wow. W's in chat. Caitlin. Massive W's in chat to Caitlin. Harley, her dog, told her to do this. Who's also in her profile picture. Welcome, brother. Welcome, brother. Okay, let me show you this. This is the short to medium term. If you're in Jamaica, or if you're in, hold on. Actually, let me go back to 12Z here. Okay. This is the rainfall that we could get here. Because no matter which way you cut it, you're going to get a lot of rain with this. I don't care how strong this system is. It's almost a fact that someone in the Caribbean is going to get a foot or more of rain. It's going to happen, right? Whether it's Cuba or Jamaica or Haiti. Let me just zoom out to show you. This is the precipitation forecast. And let me just go back to the beginning here so you can see where we are. Here's Jamaica. Here's Cuba. Here's Haiti. Let me put this in motion here. Look at this. I mean, we're talking about, sorry guys, I'm losing my voice here. A lot of talking today. I was trying to buy a house today, or trying to buy a condo today. I worked today, and now I'm streaming. So, excuse me if I'm a little chalked. But, yeah, Mello's down in Jamaica, brother. So, this is the rain, right? And right now, the Euro. Guys, this is disastrous rainfall. We are talking of almost 2 feet of rain. Even in Haiti, guys, this is Haiti right here, where there is hurricane watches in effect, 2 feet or more of rain. Now, if our system would track a little bit further to the west, Haiti would get less rain. I do think Jamaica, no matter how this system is going to trend, is going to get hit with a ton of rain. And that could be the worst part. If Jamaica avoids a direct hit, you're still going to be looking at flooding rainfall for days. And let's go back. When is this rain going to fall? This is Thursday. Could get some, showers and storms on Thursday, Friday, right? Kind of the normal kind of stuff this time of year. But by the time we get into the weekend, that's when the outer bands of this thing could be spiraling onshore to Jamaica. So Jamaica in the short term is the area, the landmass that I'm most concerned about, right? So if you're in Jamaica, we got someone in Jamaica, just listen, I'm not saying this is going to hit you. I'm not saying this is going to be a catastrophic, listen, it could be, but there's still a lot that has to go wrong for this to have a direct impact on Jamaica. But at the bare minimum, in Jamaica, we're going to get flooding rain. I can almost guarantee you that. And so if you are there, that is going to put your impact at least a medium here. Now, if you're in Haiti, right, I can almost guarantee we probably don't have anyone watching us in Haiti, but big time rain is onshore. Now, the question is, once this storm gets essentially here, it's going to either move like this and miss Jamaica, or it's going to move like this, directly over top of Jamaica. And then we would see big time storm surge, big time wind, and big time rain is going to absolutely happen. And then Cuba could take a secondary direct hit, and Cuba likely is going to see, especially in the eastern half of the country, is likely to see a foot or more of rain. Yeah, Mello, I'm with you, brother. I really am. I've been through 2 hurricanes down in Florida the past couple of years, and it is not fun. So I am with you, brother. I'm going to be with you all the way. I'm going to be praying for you, and I'll try to keep you updated here with this particular storm. Okay, so that's the European model. Let me show you the ensembles here. This is pretty cool, actually, to look at all the different models. Let's look at the European ensemble. Let's look at the latest. Let's see what it shows in terms of the minimum pressure here. Okay, so look at the beginning here. Guys, I don't think I've ever seen the European ensemble this many members this strong. And I'll pull up a different view of this too, because it'll show us the numbers. But this is an insane look at this. So we've already looked at the Google DeepMind. This is the European ensemble, the Euro as we call it. The Europeans, we love the Europeans. They make great weather models. I want to show you something, because this is insane. Okay, this is another view of the European ensemble, and it shows you different pressure, shows you the numbers here. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. There we go. It's a little bit better. Guys, the majority of the European ensemble, this is one of the strongest signals I've ever seen. There's 52 different members in this ensemble. And almost all of them are hurricanes, right? Like, that is not normal. Normally you get a couple that'll just be completely outliers, and you have maybe one or two, but the majority, pretty much all of them, are at least hurricane strength. And probably over half of them are major hurricane strength. That is not good. When you see a signal like that, that's the ensemble's telling you it's going to happen. Unfortunately. So those are the latest European ensembles. Let's check the GFS ensembles. Once again, guys, you can't, we can't trust the GFS. It's been wrong the whole time. It's still possible, but it's been just doing terrible with this particular storm. Let me show you the timing for this and when we could get impacts. And then we need to look at, will there be any U.S. impacts? Because that's the biggest thing. That's Jamaica, Cuba, and then the U.S., right? And we already talked about Jamaica. Here's the timing on this particular storm. This is one of the hurricane models, right? Hold on, let me zoom out a little bit. Probably zoomed in too far. There we go. Okay, this is one of the hurricane models. And the one thing you'll notice here on this model is it does have it initially avoiding Jamaica. Jamaica's up here, right? And the hurricane is down here, right? But the problem with this is the hurricane is eventually going to make a turn to the north and east. So even though this model has it avoiding Jamaica initially, it could turn back. Eventually, it's going to get swept up in one of these troughs that's swinging through. I'll show you what I mean, because this is actually important here. And let's go back to the Euro. Okay. Whenever you're looking at a tropical system, right? They tend to just want to move. Like, they don't want to move north, right? They tend to just kind of want to move, wherever, right? In this case, without any steering factors at play, it's just going to stay still, right? A tropical system doesn't really, it's like a car without an engine, right? It doesn't want to drive anywhere. It just wants to sit in one spot and crank and crank and crank and crank and continue to do that forever. Now, what steers these systems is these upper level patterns, right? This is our, you guys may have heard this before, the jet stream, right? That is this right here. And that's really high up in the atmosphere, really strong winds, right? Think about you're at 40, 50,000 feet in a jet plane. There's winds of, 100 miles an hour, 200 miles an hour up there that are pushing the air, right? And those will steer tropical systems, right? Those are kind of the steering wheel for a hurricane. And so you can see this right here. This was trough number one. That was potentially going to be Melissa's ticket out to sea, right? That should have picked Melissa up if Melissa would have been stronger, right? And we wouldn't even I wouldn't be streaming if that would have happened, because this thing would just go out to sea like all the other storms this season. But that's not going to happen. Because Melissa has taken her time strengthening, that is no longer going to happen. And so that's why, for our Dominican Republic friends, that's why we're not talking about a direct landfall right now. Now watch behind it. So that's trough number 1. That's going to move out. And Melissa is still going to be sitting down here when we get to the weekend. But watch what happens. This right here is trough number 2. It starts to move in Monday. And that trough should pick up and move Melissa northward. It's going to take it's not going to take that path. It's not going to go into Florida. It shouldn't go into Florida. But this trough that's right here is going to pull Melissa towards it like this, right? And that will be Melissa's ticket to the north. Now, the big question is, how far west does Melissa go before that trough starts pulling her north, right? Because watch this. Watch what happens in the Euro here. See how Melissa is just sitting and sitting and sitting. This is Melissa down here, sitting and sitting and sitting for days. And eventually, once that trough gets far enough south, it pulls it north like that, right? That's going to happen. And so the big question is, if we look down here in the Caribbean here, is how far west does Melissa make it? That will have direct impacts on whether or not Jamaica and what part, guys. Unfortunately, at this point, I don't think we're talking about Cuba not getting hit. I think some part of Cuba is going to get hit. Right at this point, it's like which part of Cuba is going to get hit. That's unfortunately a discussion we're having right now. But this will have, so how far west Melissa makes it will have significant impacts on if Jamaica sees a direct hit or not, and which part of Cuba gets hit. And if Melissa makes it far enough west, right? Like I'm talking here, right? Like west of the Cayman Islands here, which are here, which also need to be watching this very closely here. But however west, if Melissa makes it here, there is a chance that
Storm Chaser super chatted $4.99. You think we could build a beaver dam around Melissa to stop it? Beaver emoji. If so, would Brady support it?
Wow. I knew we were going to have a chalk comment. Edgar, do you want to come on? Is that it? W's in chat to Edgar. And you can, if you want, you can spam the beer emoji. I don't care, okay? First chalk comment of the stream goes to Edgar. W's in chat. Edgar, if you want to come on, you should have just said so. Wow. But anyway, that's right. The beaver emojis are coming out. For the people that it's your first time here, that beaver reference goes way back, okay? We lock in here on the stream and we talk about weather. Sometimes we have fun, and that was if you just stick around here in the channel, you'll understand that reference. But if Melissa gets to about here, that's when the trough gets to right here, eventually this could pull, theoretically, this could pull Melissa close enough to the Florida coastline to see impacts in the Bahamas, big impacts in the Bahamas, and potentially impacts in the Keys, and potentially impacts along Florida's west and east coast, right? Now, the good news is I don't think we're going to be talking about a direct landfall for Florida. Wow. Someone laughed so hard they're going to throw up. That is insane. Also, we're going to bring brother Agent Dan into the stream. Agent Dan, welcome to the stream, brother.
How's it going?
Guys, let's get those Agent Dan emotes spamming in the chat. It's Agent Dan, okay? Agent Dan is a critical part of our stream here. Agent Dan, welcome to stream. How are you doing tonight, brother?
I'm well. How are you, Stormcat 5?
Oh, just fantastic. It is great to have you here. It really is. Let's get those Agent Dan emotes spamming in the chat. If you guys don't know, if it's your first time here, Agent Dan, he wears glasses and he looks like a secret agent. It's absolutely epic. So, Agent Dan, what have you seen anything today on Melissa? Do you have any thoughts on Melissa? How strong she's going to get? Do you think Category 5 could be on the table?
I don't know. What are your thoughts on it?
Yes, I do. And it could be very impactful to many. And that's why we're talking about this storm. I also have a wedding this weekend, so I might not be able to go live as much as I want. So I'm trying to do as much as I can. But what we were talking about here, Dan, was will Melissa potentially, like, does she pose any threat to Florida? I think there's a lot of people here from the U.S. and they want to know. Let me go through all the ensembles that I have for you here, guys, so I can show you what the most likely outcome is. Edgar, that was a solid handoff back to me. Exactly, Dan. I'm going to hand it back to you at some point and I'm going to put you on the spot big time. But these are all the ensembles that we have, okay? Let's go back to the 18Z here. Let's just go back to the end of this. Hold on. So this is the Deep Mind. And if we look, none have this impacting Florida. Right? Zero of these models have this impacting Florida. Let's go to the European ensemble. Wow, that's really big. Mobile users. I'm not on mobile. Let's just see. Gotta click to the end here. Wait. It's the 18Z. Hold on. Let's go 12Z. Okay, this is the European ensemble. 0 of the 52 different members, 0 have it impacting Florida directly. Now, having said that, if our storm were to get here, right, Florida's going to see impacts, right? Like mainly the east coast of Florida. You know, hold on, let me zoom in real quick. Okay. If you got your low, right, if your low's right here, if it takes this track, you'll have wind spinning around this way. And so the east coast of Florida would see some storm surge, right? And the Bahamas would see a direct impact from this, right? If it takes the western, we call it the western envelope, right? The western side of the track. That's right. PDS. Wow. Hey, Dan, Amanda wants you to wish her happy birthday on the October 27th.
Happy birthday, Amanda. When your birthday is on October 27th, the day after my birthday, actually.
That's insane. That is insane, Dan. I did not know that. Okay, we're going to have to do something. But it's not clear based upon this comment if Amanda wants you to wait to wish her happy birthday or wish her happy birthday now. But we just did anyway. We just did it both. So that's the European ensemble. Guys, I'll show it to you. I don't even want to show you the GFS ensemble because it's just so disgusting right now. If you're watching at home here and you're wondering about the GFS ensemble, just throw it out. I don't even know why I'm showing it to you. I'm just showing it to you because I can. Hold on. This is just disgusting here. This is the GFS ensemble. Also, no members have it impacting Florida. There is this one, that's an outlier. So throw that out. But we're throwing the GFS ensemble out. Let's take a look at the other AI model. I forget which one this is, but this is oh gosh. Dan, could you look up, I forget the GENC, what AI model that is. That's like maybe that's IBM's. I don't know. I forget. But this is another ensemble. Also, look at this. Let me zoom in. See this? Okay, one or two members of this ensemble have it getting close enough to Florida. One have it kind of skirting through the Florida Keys. The point is, right now, 2 out of, I think, over 100 ensemble models So that's what? 98 out of 100 of them do not have this impacting Florida. I can't believe it took me that long to do that math.
So Brady, the GENC weather model is the GenCast. It's an AI-based weather forecasting model developed by Google DeepMind.
Okay, so it's Google's. I think Google has multiple. But the point is, the GenCast, which is this one, another AI-driven model. Once again, Florida is not the target here. And that is good news for our Florida brethren. I don't, never say never, right? We got to watch the trends very closely on this storm. But right now, Florida does not look like it's in the crosshairs. Not even close, right? If Melissa just continues to go west and west and west, then we can have a different discussion. But right now, Florida does not look like it's in the crosshairs. Now, Cuba, Jamaica, the Bahamas, this could be a bad storm for you guys, a historic storm for you guys. And even the National Hurricane Center is already calling for it. I mean, it's pretty ludicrous here. And let me show you something real quick. Let's go back to the satellite. I'm going to overlay the cone on here as well, which is kind of cool. Okay. This is the satellite right here. And this is, now the interesting thing here, guys, look at this. The center is off to the left. So still, we're seeing significant wind shear pushing the storms away from the center. But we've got storms that are also forming on the outer bands right here. This is crazy to look at. But this is the track, the cone right here, which is an insane cone, right? It almost looks like a speech bubble. This thing could move a little bit north and then is going to take almost a southwest dive and then become a major hurricane by the time it gets to Sunday into Monday. Now, remember, guys, the cone. This is called the cone of uncertainty for a reason. Blue Charger. So question for you, not talking about strength, but how big could this hurricane get? Because I'm thinking of the first hurricane we had this season, which was basically bigger than the state of Florida. Let's look. Just look at the European model here. Actually, wait. It doesn't show us that. Hold on. Let me pull up some different. I'll show you exactly how big this thing could get. Dan, also, you good day, brother?
It was a day. How was yours?
You know what? One day, one of these days, you're just going to say it was amazing.
Yeah,
that'll be the day. That'll be the day.
That'll be the day.
The day that Dan comes on the stream and says his day was amazing is the day that I will quit my job.
That'll be the day. Isn't there a song like that?
Because I'll be fulfilled in life. Okay.
Brady,
Here's
I will
the storm.
be fulfilled in life when you can do this full time.
Me too. Yeah, chat. Chat. The more of you that subscribe to this channel, the more of you that donate, the more of you that become members, I'm trying to do this full time. So the more of you that do that, and the bare minimum, just smash that like button. I'm going to do a new poll too for the chat. I'm going to put this in motion here while I do that poll.
And we're not trying to tell you to do anything, chat, but if you feel so compelled to tell other people about this show and this channel, that would just make Brady's day and my day as well.
Absolutely. Okay, new poll. Do you think, I'm actually curious what the chat thinks here. Do you think Melissa will become a Category 5?
Is one of the choices it's chalked?
Yep.
Okay.
And for those that are voting in the poll right now, I always include it's chalked in the voting, just in case you don't want to vote for either. So, This is how big the storm's going to get. This, I mean, we're talking about, guys, that is hundreds of miles. If you look at the outer bands here, spiraling around this thing, this storm, my guess is when it gets to be a Category 5 or, when it makes a run at Category 5, my guess is the core of the storm is going to be really small, right? Because that's normal when you have a storm like this. It will, develop almost like a pinhole eye, right? Notice how right there, hold on, let me zoom in a little bit on this, actually. Let me just show you the up-close view, because this will give you a pretty good idea about this particular storm. Whoops, that's the wrong storm. Welcome, brother. Notice how small that eye is, right? Right in there. That right there is a pinhole eye. And normally when you see a storm that makes a run at 900 millibars or lower, which some models are showing. I mean, there are some models that literally have this storm getting below 900 millibars. We saw it last year with Milton, right? For whatever reason, Dan, storms have been just it's been all or nothing, right? We've seen Category 5 storm. We've seen multiple this year. We saw multiple last year in the Atlantic, right? That it's just, for whatever reason, the Atlantic right now is, with the warm ocean temperatures, lack of wind shear, this thing's going to blow up. But initially, when these storms start out, you get a smaller eye and a smaller storm, a really compact storm, right? And so, for example, here's where the strongest winds are, right around the eye wall. Jamaica, if this were to happen here, would be getting winds hurricane force, but we're not talking about catastrophic, right? What will increase the size of a storm is when it goes through eye wall replacement cycle, which, if you'll notice how small that eye is, you won't get like the strongest winds will be really tightly wrapped around the center. Like the hurricane, I would not be surprised if initially this storm had a really small wind field, right? Really intense, but really small wind field. But once this thing starts interacting with land, and the longer it survives, it will go through an eye wall replacement cycle, and then show you. And that's when, see how the eye in this model looks a lot bigger? That's when that wind field will expand. So that is a really good question. But right now, I think the storm, it's not going to be, it doesn't look like it's going to be a massive storm. What causes storms to increase in size is things like troughs and other things, right? Like eye wall replacement cycle, right? And that normally doesn't happen right away. That normally takes its time and happens, after the hurricane blows up and develops into a Category 5. Then the eye wall replacement cycle happens, wind field expands, storm gets bigger. Yeah. Could Melissa rival Wilma? Absolutely. Absolutely, it could.
Yeah, the sea surface temperature, the water temperature down that way looks pretty warm.
It's crazy. If I show you guys here, let me show you the sea surface temperatures. Because what we're looking for, I showed this earlier in the stream. What we're looking for here, guys, is, this up here, right? At least red, orange and red, right? That's the minimum. That's the minimum required ocean temperature. This down here, rocket fuel. Absolute rocket fuel. And that's what we're talking about right there, guys, is those temperatures right there. Those are over, 30 to, 29, 30 degrees Celsius. That's, 80s and 90s in the ocean. And that's, guys, that is rocket fuel. And it's been pretty much untouched all season. This area has been untouched by any tropical systems. Bathwater. That's right. Bathwater indeed. Corey Gherkin's birthday is tomorrow too. Wow. That's crazy. So, Dan, it's going to be a potentially historic storm. Someone asked if it could get, it's been super hot here. Yeah, Mello. Brother, I'm going to be with you all the way, hopefully. And I'll be praying for you, brother, in Jamaica. I hope this thing stays away. But the thing with this is, the unfortunate thing is there's just not a lot of scenarios here where it does not, once again, that's the GFS. We are ignoring that big time. There's not a lot of scenarios here where this does not get ridiculously strong and this does not have a direct landfall in some landmass. And that's not good. Because if this storm gets to a category 5 or 4 and then hits land, it's just catastrophic. Absolutely catastrophic. And someone asked about Wilma earlier.
I think it was Fuzzy was mentioning.
Yeah. Wilma is in its own league, right? The minimum pressure of Wilma got to 882 millibars. So that is a historic. Dan, could you look up what the strongest storm in the Atlantic is, maybe? Just give me a quick AI search of that. I'm curious.
Let's see here.
This is the pressure forecast here for all the hurricane models here. And this is the average up here. We're talking about an average of about 980 millibars, which is crazy for an ensemble. Look at this one that dips all the way down to 940.
Well, AI is coming back with Wilma with 882 millibars.
That's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wilma was the strongest storm in the basin. So Wilma was the strongest storm. And listen, we saw what happened to Milton last year, right? Milton, I mean, when you have a storm like this, the only thing that's going to get in its way is itself. And that's the unfortunate truth here, that there's just not a lot that is going to stop this storm. This is the European ensemble. This is the European. Let me slow this down for you guys. There we go. I'll put this in motion just to give you an idea. This is what I was talking about too, guys. About watch. I mean, this is just, this storm gets past. Look at this right here. This is Friday. So this will give you a pretty good idea of the timing too. This is good to show. So Thursday, tomorrow morning, still weak tropical storm. Friday, still stronger tropical storm. Saturday, this thing's going to become a hurricane. Almost certainly right there. And that's when Saturday into Sunday, you're going to start seeing impacts in Jamaica, potentially Friday night. Sunday, look at this. Here's Jamaica right in here. See this? There's Jamaica. It's almost further west than Jamaica, right? Here's where the end of Jamaica is. The storm is moving to the, look at that. There's the edge of Jamaica right here. The storm is west of Jamaica. You're like, we're good. The storm is moving away. Nope. Monday night. I mean, we're talking about, it is over 200 miles to the west of Jamaica. You would think we're probably fine, right? The storm is going to continue moving like this. Normally, a hurricane track, it doesn't just stop on a dime like this, right? It can, typically it'll continue like this, it'll continue like this, continue like this, or continue like this. Rarely does it ever whoop, and just take a hard right turn. But because of that trough I showed you earlier, that's what's probably going to happen. At some point, it's going to get to the west, and then that trough's going to come down, pick it up, and quickly cause it to turn to the right. And watch what happens Tuesday morning. Look at this. Hard right turn right into Jamaica. This would be catastrophic. Absolutely. There's no two ways to put it here. This on the European, this is a 932. Guys, that I'm going to be honest. That might be underdone. That might be underdone. It literally might be underdone. That pressure could be lower than that. And I would not be surprised. Is 200 is greater than 200 miles an hour? Yes. Gusting. Maybe winds gusting to that. We would have to be, crazy to get sustained winds of over 200. We've been talking about one of the strongest storms ever recorded on Earth. So that is probably a stretch, but winds gusting to 200, it's not the most likely thing that could happen, but it's definitely in the range of possibilities. So this would be a category 4 or 5 storm hitting Jamaica. And then, guys, I got news for you. Jamaica's not going to weaken this thing. It's going to be, at that point, it'll be moving fast enough. The inner core should survive. And look at this. The European, 923. 923. Category 5. That's a category 5 storm. And then in the western part of Cuba, on the eastern part, the eastern part of the island here, near Santa de Cuba and Guantanamo. Yeah, the U.S. has got some interest there. We've got a military base there, don't we, Dan? Do we still have that base there?
In Cuba?
Yeah, in Guantanamo.
Yeah. There's an installation down there.
I know we decommissioned the prison down there, but I'm pretty sure we still have a military base at some point. But
there's prisons.
I would not be surprised if they started evacuating personnel if this situation were to happen here. And guys, to give you an idea on timing here, this is Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. So what are we? This is Wednesday night. We're talking about a week from now. Drop my pen. We're talking about a week from now. Thank you, Kelsey. That's right, Erica. Definitely. We're going to be praying through the whole thing. I believe in power of prayer here. But yeah, Mello, that's a good question. How many hurricanes have you been through? Vote in chat right now for the poll. Do you think Melissa will become a category 5? 75% of you are saying yes. That's crazy. And then the Euro continues to have this moving north. Wow. What are some of these islands here? These are like, damn, this is like the Turks and Caicos, right? You got I'm pretty sure you got the Bahamas up here. And this is like, there's a bunch of islands in here too.
For sure.
Let me look. Hold on. Dan, if you find it, like Google Maps, maybe just find it and start rattling off some of those islands.
So actually what I'm going to be doing, what I'm working on right this second is an animation. I'm working on an animation. We're going to fly over the area with the cone of uncertainty in the track.
Whoa. That's going to be cool. Here, let me show you guys. Here's the islands there. You got the Turks and Caicos right here. That is a popular vacation spot. Never heard of this one before. The Inagua Islands. Has anyone chat? Has anyone ever been into these islands? Abrams Bay, Turks and Caicos, the Inaguas Islands, and then of course you got the Bahamas up here. Sugarloaf Settlement. Has anyone ever been to any of these islands? Point is, these are popular vacation spots up and down these islands. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous places to visit and vacation to. And unfortunately, one of these island chains, whether it's the Bahamas or down through Turks and Caicos, one of those island chains is going to get hit, right? And depending on the strength of the storm, is going to get hit hard. Yes, when I was younger. Amanda has not. Fantastic. Yep, Turks and Caicos and the Bahamas. Okay. Exuma. So that's, unfortunately, guys. Hey, we got someone watching on Twitch. American Sniz. I don't even know what that means, Dan. Do you know what that means?
I do not.
I don't know if I want to know what that means. Do I want to know what that means, chat? Someone help me out. Never mind. So unfortunately, guys, no matter way you slice this here, no. Maybe it's Riz. Maybe it's a play on Riz. I don't know. But unfortunately, no matter which way you slice it, guys, someone's gonna get crushed, right? In a bad way. And right now, if I would have put this, if I'd put percentages on this, guys, this is just me, right? And this is why YouTube is so great here, because I'm just going to try to put percentages on it and give you an estimation. A lot of people will be afraid to do this, but I'm okay with just trying to give you as much information as I can. If I put percentage chances of potentially making landfall, right? Florida, like 1 to 2%. Wow, that is just terrible writing. Let me try with the pen here. 1%. That's a little better. Cuba, Eastern Cuba. Let's start with Western Cuba. Probably like 35. Eastern Cuba, man, 80. This is the percentage chance that I'm just kind of putting based upon the ensembles of getting a direct hit. Jamaica, 50-50. Jamaica's going to see impacts no matter what. Haiti, probably 20, maybe less. Terrible writing. I know. I'm not a great. My handwriting is terrible. Those are the percentages right now. Florida, 1%. Western Cuba, 35. Eastern Cuba, 80. Unfortunately, it is not looking good. Jamaica, 50-50. It just depends on how far west that storm goes before it gets pulled north. Haiti, probably looking less likely. Dominican Republic, you're probably out of the water. Agua, what does it look like for the U.S.? So Agua, first of all, the U.S. impacts here. Florida, once again, unlikely to see a direct landfall. Still could get some potential impacts. Now, what I want to show you guys is further north, because Florida, you're probably going to see a couple of days of wind, right? And maybe some storm surge, especially along the east coast of Florida. But right now, the odds are low to see significant catastrophic impacts there, right? That could still change. We have to watch how far west our storm goes. But right now, our storm, with the pattern that we have, our storm would have to get to like right here, right? Right here, because it's going to make that hard right turn eventually. So, that we need to watch that, but odds are low. Now, what could happen here in the northeast, along the east coast? You'll have another low. This is actually kind of crazy. You're going to have a coastal low right here develop, right? Now, if this coastal low develops like over here, what could end up happening is this low up here is going to pull the hurricane. It's going to pull Melissa towards it and eventually try to slingshot it onshore. Right? Look, this is like, Dan, have you seen Talladega Nights? Oh, there goes Dan. Right when I ask him a question. Chad, have you seen Talladega Nights? Let me know in chat if you've seen it. Slingshot engaged. That's what these two lows are going to do, right? This low is going to slingshot our hurricane onshore, potentially in the US or in Canada. I mean, look at this. It slingshots it up here. It won't be a hurricane up here, but that is a strong storm that makes, basically landfall up in Canada. So let me go to the, I think the GFS. I know I said don't. No, the GFS, we're throwing that out. Completely throwing that out. Okay, let me go to, I think there was a previous run of the Euro that showed something crazy. Hold on, let me go back to 0Z. Maybe it's the Canadian that showed it. Yeah, you can see here, guys. This is a decent example of what we're going to have to watch for. Because the East Coast, I'm telling you guys, the East Coast is not out of the woods yet. Ricky Bobby! Because you guys remember Hurricane Sandy. I'm not saying this is going to be Hurricane Sandy, but watch what happens with this coastal low here. It sucks up and swings our hurricane towards the look at that. Right there. Let me put that in motion. See that? That low, instead of our hurricane going out to sea like all the other ones have, this low pulls our hurricane towards population centers, towards big population centers on the East Coast. Now, the European model, really not a lot of them are showing it actually making landfall along the eastern seaboard, but it's something we have to watch. Harper, I wouldn't waste my time on Talladega Nights. I hear you. Mello. Guys, this guy's in Jamaica. Let's give Mello a lot of love. Thank you for joining the stream, Mello. We are all going to be praying for you here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say a prayer for you right now. Mello, God, please be with the people of Jamaica. Please be with Mello. Please be with everyone in the path of this dangerous storm, Father. I pray that you'd make this thing fall apart, make it miss land. If it is going to hit land, give those people safety, protection, and keep them all safe during this storm. Mello, I pray, God, you protect Mello and all the people of Jamaica and Cuba. I know we're with you all the way. In your name we pray. Amen. Got you, Mello. All right, the poll. 72% of you think Melissa will become a Category 5. Guys, notice too on the ensemble. Look at this. See these members right here? This is that East Coast potential I was talking about. We are so far out that the majority of them, though, still have it staying offshore. So it's a possibility. It's something we're watching. It's not something I can tell you is going to happen right now. But it is something that we need to watch. I got you, Mello. All right, let's take a look. There's the intensity forecast. Let me just show you the advisory here. It's the latest text here. Chat, how are you doing tonight, too? Thank you all for joining us tonight. Okay? All of the new people. If you're new in chat, put it here. Welcome to the family. Interesting in the latest discussion here, short-term westward jog, it's become exposed. So it's remaining weak. Track, similar to the previous couple of days, the previous forecast. Once we get to the weekend, the storm may become vertically aligned. That means it's going to have the structure to strengthen, right? Think about a water bottle with holes in it, right? You pour water into that, it's just going to pour out. Once a storm gets vertically aligned, those holes get plugged, right? So you got a water bottle, now you can fill it up. Jacqueline, W's in chat. Let's go. Huge shout out to all of our members too. If you're a member right now, put your favorite emote in the chat. If you want to become a member, you can use those emotes. So look at this. The National Hurricane Center track has shifted westward and is also a little southward after hour 60. But they note it remains farther north and east of the Euro and the hurricane models. And it's because they keep Melissa weak. But, I mean, look at this, guys. Low confidence. This, guys, what we're looking at right now, this is the discussion from the National Hurricane Center. So they're basically putting this out and saying, here's what we think is going to happen, and here's why. This is the here's why, right? So it's always good to read these to see, these are some of the best, like, I'm a meteorologist. Hard to believe with the shirt and glasses. I am an actual meteorologist. But these guys, they're the best in the world at hurricanes. So it's always good to see what they say. And this is the big reason why this is not strengthening right now. The vortex misalignment. Major hurricane. This down here is talking about Melissa getting strong. Rapid intensification. Okay, that's another thing they use right there too. So rapid intensification is going to happen, guys. And you can see that with the models. I mean, it's pretty apparent that this thing is going to absolutely blow up. Yeah, guys, this kind of wording here. Unfortunately, whenever you see the National Hurricane Center use unfortunately, it's never good because they don't want this to happen. And we talked about the size earlier. Melissa's going to become a large and dangerous hurricane. Guys, this is the I'm telling you guys, the National Hurricane, that's right, Stormy DB. No immediate strengthening. Exactly. What happened to Agent Dan? Jody, I don't know. Agent Dan's chalked. He's coming back. Our examp. Thank you, brother. But welcome, Barb Mac. But this is just, this kind of wording is not good. Not good at all. Large, dangerous hurricane. And we didn't talk about this, but even in the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and definitely in Jamaica, you're going to have life-threatening flash floods. That's unfortunately, that is almost a certainty, right? Especially, when you get into, into Dominican Republic, Cuba, Haiti, the elevation is going to increase. Unfortunately, if you guys remember Helene, right? It was in the mountains of North Carolina. I'm not saying this is going to be Helene. I'm using it as an analogy here. But when you have elevation, you have a foot of rain that falls up top of the mountain, right? Let me draw it for you. Got a mountain right here. What a great drawing, right? You've got rain falling, right? Rain's falling, rain's falling, rain's falling. Now, see, you get a foot down here, right? You get a bunch of water. This is like just water down here. Wow, what a terrible drawing. Then you also get a foot up here. Where's that foot of rain going to go on the mountain? Down. It's going to flow down the mountain into the valley. So that foot of rain that was down here in the valley is now going to turn into 6 feet. That's why Helene was so bad in the mountains, because the rain at the top flowed down into the valley, and then the water levels increased and increased and increased. And unfortunately, when you get a storm, when you get an island that has elevation, it's going to happen. Thank you,
Marcus
Exodai.
31971 super chatted $10. Hey, just tuning in. We weren't paying attention. Thought season over. Miami Beach in the clear, right?
Great question. Marcus, who's been a regular here on the stream. Welcome back to all the regulars, to Marcus, to all the new people. Marcus has joined us from a bar on stream on Miami Beach. So he is a legend on this channel. W's in chat for Marcus. Miami Beach. You're probably okay. Having said that, just pull up the ensembles here. You're not completely out of woods. I'll tell you that right now. Marcus, you're not completely out of the woods. This is the ensembles. So what each of these circles are, each of these circles is a different member of the... And guys, W's in chat. Let's get those W's spamming, okay? On this channel, you're allowed to use all caps. You're allowed to spam within reason. So feel free. Have it in the chat, okay? That's what the chat is for, you people. So use it like you would like to. If you say anything like really bad, we'll probably have to ban you. But pretty laissez-faire, if anyone remembers that terminology from middle school. Each one of these circles is a different member, right? Think about weather models, right? 52 different ones of them. Actually, hold on. We'll go to the models view. Wait. F. Hold on, I didn't set that up. Going back. Each one of these circles is a different model. So this one, there's 3 right there. There's 52 different ones of them. You look, generally, the way you look at these ensembles, you try to find the average, right? So the average of these is like, welcome, brother, splitting through the middle, right? And then you take the strength and average that out, right? So looking at this, for our Miami Beach brethren, we're looking for a bunch of these circles to be towards Miami, right? Okay, well, you've got one right here. Okay, that if Melissa would be right here, you would see impacts in Miami Beach, right? Because you'd get winds pushing storm surge like this. You'd see tropical storm force winds, maybe hurricane force, but the biggest impacts would stay offshore, well offshore. Take a look. Okay, there's another circle, right? That one's a problem. That one is a problem. Let's see how this would go. Right there. Okay. So there's a circle right there. That would be bad news for Miami Beach. That would not be a direct hit, right? You can see the center of this thing is like right in there. And it stays offshore. But you would have winds pushing water onshore. And so you would have storm surge. Having said that, if we take a look, zoom out, look how many circles aren't near Miami Beach. I mean, we're talking about 2 to 3, right? This one, and then this one, right? But that's it. That's it. So, our Miami Beach brethren looking pretty good right now. I can't completely tell you that you're going to be in the clear, but I can tell you right now, our Florida brethren in Miami Beach and, Southwest Florida. I know we got a lot of people on the west coast of Florida that have been just slammed the past couple of years. I was down in Florida from Milton, so I get it, right? We had storm surge coming up to our house. So I've experienced one. I've experienced Ian, right? I get it. It's probably not going to be the west coast of Florida storm. And this is also probably not going to be the east coast of Florida's storm either. Like, you're probably going to be fine. But if you live basically, just say in this region right here, you could see some impacts depending on how close the center of Melissa gets to the coast. Right now, though, looking pretty good. What do you think, Marcus? All right, Dan's back. Hopefully that gave you some good, put you at ease there.
31971 super chatted $20. Thanks. We just won't go in the water for a few days.
You know what? W's in chat for Marcus right there. Boom! W's in chat. Welcome. Marcus coming in hot with the 20 bomb. Welcome, brother. Boom! With the 20 bomb, Marcus! Bringing some positivity. Oh, yeah. And we're back. Yeah. Regardless of how you slice it, guys, the water is going to be, no matter how close Melissa gets, big time surge, big time, rip currents. Going to be a big deal. All right, brother Dan.
Yeah, sorry about that. My internet actually went out.
You're totally fine, brother. You, I see you got the animation ready. You want to play it?
Yeah, do you want to go ahead and spearhead that?
Absolutely. Okay. So this is an animation of the cone. Wow. Okay, so this is an animation essentially of the cone and the way this is going to move.
So that went quicker than I thought it would. But yeah, so I don't know if we can play that again.
I can.
You nice? Okay.
So essentially this is the cone in the direction it's going to go. And you see that hard left turn there into the open waters of the Caribbean right there. That is, we're going to play one more time. Ready? Watch this. Watch how this hurricane literally takes that hard left turn, moves towards Jamaica. There's Jamaica, and then potentially impacts Jamaica, but it also could stay in the open waters.
Yeah, so we've got the timing there along with the track, the latest track, and then the cone of uncertainty.
Yep. Watch it one more time. So watch, guys. You see there's Jamaica in the right frame, and then goes right in the open waters of the Caribbean there. And that is the big question, right? Is will our storm move towards Jamaica? When it gets to that point, will it continue moving north or will it move due west away from Jamaica? W's in chat, guys. Marcus. Wow. Dan, do you see that? Leela. Dan, the bartender that had a crush on Agent Dan, is not here tonight.
Oh, no.
Oh, Dan. That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame. So, guys, Marcus is at the bar, and there's a bartender that actually has a crush on Agent Dan below. Unfortunately, she's not there tonight. Guys, massive W's in chat for Agent Dan. This animation is epic because it shows you, I think, Dan, this is going to be really interesting to watch as this cone evolves, right? Because we'll kind of get a bird's eye view over top of the land masses that it's going to impact. You can see Jamaica in there. That's pretty much the only landmass right now that's directly in that cone.
I want to see if I can slow that down. I lost that file, or that work space that I was working on, but I'll see if I can stretch it out, slow it down, and then kind of run over it again.
Fantastic. Southwest Riz Real. Christina has been a member for 5 months. Are you kidding me? W's in chat. Love this place. Thank you, Dan, and everyone who contributes to this. The best chat ever. That's right. Chat, this isn't my stream. This isn't Dan's stream. It's your stream. This right here, we're a family, okay? And this is your stream. We got the Riz. Little Riz going in the chat. That's right. Little Riz going in the chat. All right. So, we talked about this dangerous storm and where it will go. Let's take a look at the latest satellite. Chat, if you have any questions, let me know. That's what I'm here for. Got to use my degree for something, right? Look at all the lightning, man. Wow. Still. Guys, you can... Wow. Look at the wind shear. Absolutely just beating this storm down. Absolutely just beating it back. The center is... Wow. I mean, look at this latest frame. The wind shear is just like absolutely cooking it. According to the National Hurricane Center, guys, the center's here. That's actually bad. Am I waiting for the 11 p.m. advisory? Rochi, probably not. I've got... we're not going to see any... Rochi, we're not going to see any significant changes in the 11 p.m. advisory. This storm is not strengthening rapidly.
Kevin Safe at 4,890 super chatted $10. A little for the new place.
Boom! Kevin, W's in chat. That's right. I'm getting a new place, new studio. Hopefully it's going to be a massive upgrade. I'm hoping to have a huge green screen so I could go further back than this. Because watch. Oh! W's in chat. Huge, massive W's in chat. But I mean, this is just, this is the 11 p.m. advisory. Nothing really is going to change. Welcome. It's still going to be Melissa's still going to be a tropical storm. Probably not going to be a hurricane till probably Friday or Saturday. Now, guys, the really sad thing is, I was for a storm like this, I'd probably be going live every night to talk about the updates. I've got a wedding in Alabama, and I'm the best man in, so I can't skip it. Plus, it's a great friend of mine. He's actually been on the show, Kyle Raypool, great dude. But I'm going to be at a wedding in Alabama on Friday and Saturday. Actually, Mama G, I will be in Birmingham. Actually, a little bit east of Birmingham. So if you're going to be in the area, we know. Blondie. But yeah, I'm going to be in Alabama for a wedding. So I'm leaving Friday morning, coming back Sunday. So yeah, Mama G, DM me. But as soon as I get back Sunday, I'm going to start to crank it back up. But just so you guys know,
Christina
the next couple of days.
$49.99. A little something for your new place. Congrats. Hope no more bugs.
Boom! Coming in with the 50 bomb! Christina! She says a something for the new place! Hopefully no more bugs! Wow! Huge shout out to Christina with the 50 bomb. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, Christina! Absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. The chat rankings right now. Just take a look at the chat. Chat, if you've got any questions, let me know. We got the chat on the right side of the screen. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's see who's in the top part of the chat here. Southwest is real is in first place. Guys, I always do this on stream, okay? Because you guys put a lot of effort in the chat. The chat power rankings. Southwest is real. Christina, first place. Marcus, second place. Kevin, third place. Carly, fourth place. Caitlin, fifth. Edgar, sixth. Stormy DB sitting in a solid 7th here. Mikhail, 8th place. Mama G, tied for 8th. Jody, Kelsey, Angela, Fuzzy, the Stream Elements, Bot, all tied for 8th. Sophie, Rusha, Grifter, Exodie, all tied for 9th. Oh my goodness. Once again, the chat rankings right now, the power rankings, Christina is in 1st place. Marcus in 2nd, and Kevin in 3rd. Wow. Huge. We're going to have to crown a new king tonight of the chat power rankings. Okay. This is our storm. And this is what we're going to have to deal with for the next several days. Guys, the other thing I want to show you, the last thing I want to show you, and or Dan, are you working on that or no?
It's rendering, but we can run through the preview if it doesn't come out in time.
Okay, cool. Guys, tomorrow night. So this whole stream all started as a podcast, okay? We are an epic podcast here. The Stormfront Freaks. We all started as a podcast. Now we're a network, okay? We do lots of different programming, but one of them is our podcast, and that's where we all started this. Tomorrow night is our last podcast ever. Okay? I won't, Carly. And chat, if you are just tuning in and you are wondering what the latest details of our, Melissa, go back to the beginning. We had a lot of good information throughout this whole stream. So this is going to be a good one to watch. But tomorrow night, Min General, welcome to the stream. Tomorrow night, we have our last podcast ever. 247 episodes. And the last one is tomorrow. And I can tell you right now, we're going to have Phil hasn't even told me who's going to be on the podcast, but I promise you we are going to have some huge name guests, right? And we've had Cantori, we've had Reed, we've had Morgan, we've had all the biggest names in weather on this show. I would not be surprised if a lot of them make an appearance tomorrow.
This could very well be the biggest show ever.
It could. And I'm running the big weather show right now. This is the big weather show, and tomorrow's show will be bigger.
Yeah, Phil's got everything under wraps. This is top secret.
It is. So tomorrow night, let me get you the time. Wait, where's the time? 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m.
You don't
Eastern.
want to miss it. Yeah, you don't want to miss it.
You do not want to miss it. Barbmax says, why the last one? So this, all my ex-girlfriends as guests. Okay. That's chalked. That comment is chalked, Kelsey. Barbmax, so we've had this podcast, we've been running it for 10 years, right? And Phil does a lot of the work around that podcast, right? We've had the biggest names in weather. We just have literally every big name you can think of. Reed, Span, Cantori, Morgan, Max Velocity, Ryan Hall. We've had all of them. Ginger Z. All of them. Actually, the only guy we haven't had, Dan, was who's the guy from Good Morning America?
I can't think of his name. It escapes me.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Oh my gosh. Who's the guy from... Help me out, chat. Who's the guy, Al Roker? Wow, I can't believe I forgot. He's the one we haven't had. We haven't had Al Roker. Al Roper. Al Roker. Yeah. Blondie. No, but Blondie. So we're still going to continue to do these live streams. We're not stopping these. These are not stopping. We're going to continue to do live streams for extreme weather. I'm going to continue to do a bunch of content here. It's just our podcast is having the last ever episode. So do not worry, Blondie. But make sure you guys tune in tomorrow at 9. Because it's going to be It's going to be an absolute banger.
Well, you know how you say epic? It's going to be
Yes.
epic.
It will be epic. That is
epic.
That is a
maybe
guarantee.
It may be an understatement. I don't know.
You're right. It is a big time understatement. Okay. Welcome to the stream, brother. As we continue to get this loaded here, last thing I'll show you. Take a look at the HMON. It's one of the hurricane models. Wow. Guys, even the HMON, look, something I just noticed here, because this model avoids a direct hit. See how it stalls right here at the end? Right there. See how it kind of starts going north?
6,176 super chatted $5. Can't wait to see who shows up.
Like that. Because once this thing hits a wall here, it's going to just go like this. And that's what the HMON is showing. So unfortunately, the HMON is another model. It's going to have this thing affecting Jamaica and then Cuba. W's in chat, Erica. Can't wait to see who shows up. I can't wait to see you there. I can't wait to see all of you there. One is, wow. Tim Flynn, this is actually important here. Let me show you here, Tim. The timing is still not a guarantee because it really depends on when that turn west is going to happen. So let me show you the European model when this storm will be out of here. This is Wednesday. This is Thursday. So this week, no impacts in the Turks and Caicos on Monday, Tuesday, but Wednesday and a Thursday and a Friday. I'd say any day after from Wednesday through Saturday is when you could see impacts in the Turks and Caicos. And depending on where the center of this storm goes, the Turks and Caicos could see absolutely insanely different impacts. If the European is right, I think that's, hold on, let me see. Let me just make sure the Turks and Caicos are where I think they are. Okay. Turks and Caicos, okay, they're down here. Yeah. So depending on the path of this storm, if the Euro would be right, Turks and Caicos would be pretty good. It'd be these islands here that'd be, just catastrophic. But this thing shifts a little bit further to the east. It goes like this. That's when you see the impacts. Although I will say this, guys. Turks and Caicos, I'm feeling better about the Turks and Caicos Islands than I am about Cuba and Jamaica. So you're not out of the woods yet, but you're definitely, the Turks and Caicos Islands are definitely on the eastern side. Probably let me just draw this. This will help people. This is like the main lane where I'm like, okay. Actually, hold on. Like this. And then probably like this. That's like the main lane and probably a little bit further to the east, not including the southern tip of Florida. But that's like the main lane of where the storm could go, right? These are kind of like the guardrails, right? Like go like there, go like there, go like there. So, anything outside of that, this is like a lower probability. Still not impossible, but lower probability. So anything inside that kind of range, that's the most likely area where the hurricane could travel through. So if I zoom in here, Turks and Caicos is right outside of that. Bahamas, inside, Cuba, Jamaica, portions of Haiti, and then whatever these islands are. That's the problem. New poll. New poll coming in hot. Chat, you got any questions? I got you, Tim. Yeah, Tim, I'll say this. You need to monitor this closely. Because although a direct hit isn't the most likely solution, it's absolutely possible. And even if you don't get a direct hit in the Turks and Caicos, the storm could be close enough where you could see significant impact. And the last thing you want to do, is fly to an island in the middle of an ocean that could be hit by a hurricane. There's nothing worse than getting, even if you're not directly hit, there's nothing worse than getting stranded there, right, for weeks. You do not want to do that. So I'm not saying you got to cancel your trip just yet, but you should monitor it very closely. This will be the last hurricane of the season. It's looking like it is. Listen, there could be something in later in November, but I don't think we're going to be talking about a hurricane in December like we were last year. You guys remember that? Last year was crazy. Don't think we're going to be talking about that this year.
So Brady, I've uploaded that
Dan.
file. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, cool.
And if it's too slow, I've got something else that I can cut to.
Okay. Wait a second.
And these are things that we're going to be continuing to do on severe weather events.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So someone asked about the next couple of weeks here for hurricanes. National Hurricane Center, nothing. For the first week of November, nothing. Second week of November, nothing. So at least the next 2 weeks here. Doesn't look like there's much else than this. This one is the one we got to watch. New poll coming in hot. Vote now. Isn't Agent Dan the best? Yes, he is amazing.
No, I don't know about all that, but I try.
We'll see. We'll see what the vote. We'll see what the chat votes. Wow, 15% say, oh wow. 15% saying that Dan is hot. Wow. Okay. Wait, is it ready, Dan?
Yeah, we can cut to that video file.
All right, we're cutting to the video file. So remind me, what is this? The same animation?
It's one that I slowed down. I stretched out the timeline a little bit.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, it came out kind of goofy.
That's okay. So this is the hurricane. This is the path. There's Jamaica. You guys see Jamaica there? This is the point in the couple of days where the hurricane is. This is the key decision point. Is it going to keep moving towards Jamaica, or is it going to take that hard, and there's Jamaica right there. Is it going to take that hard west? This is a due west turn. And however far west this system goes is going to have direct impacts. And this is actually interesting because this cone, the track right now is calling for a north turn. And this is that north turn. That's actually Haiti up there. But look how it steers it away from Haiti and then moves it towards Jamaica. And that's when Jamaica is going to be in the crosshairs here. And however far west the system goes is going to have direct impacts on who in Jamaica and who in Cuba gets hit.
So I've got a different view. So if we want to step away from this one and just jump over to one more.
Got it.
This one right here. This is going to give kind of a better look at it coming right up by Haiti. And then there's Jamaica right there. And then it's going to make its left turn right there.
That's cool. Look how, I mean, just moves right at, I mean, it's moving almost due west at the end of that. Just crazy. Oh, yeah. Hey, don't time, if Amanda's talking in caps, don't time her out. You're allowed to talk in all caps here.
And then you can see the Cayman Islands just outside the cone of uncertainty there.
Yeah. Yeah, and guys, the Cayman Islands is not out of the woods. Not at all. Look how they're at the edge of the cone there.
Yeah.
Depending on how far west this thing goes, Cayman Islands. I've been there for vacation. Here, play it again, Dan, because that was actually really cool. The Cayman Islands is not completely out of this at all. Massive W's in chat for Agent Dan. That's right, Kevin. Good job, Dan.
Thank you all.
Fantastic. Nice graphics. Sarah's changing her vote to the, oh my God, Dan is so hot. Wow. That's cool. Guys, I don't know how Dan does it, but that's pretty dang cool.
Well,
one of these days, you're going to have to show me how to do that.
Absolutely.
We're going to keep playing those animations, guys, throughout this whole process. Because that was pretty freaking sweet. Chat, you got any questions before I wrap? I think I'm about to wrap here. I was only planning on going live for like 45 minutes. Then we had all of you beautiful people join us, which is awesome.
Who needs sleep?
Exactly. And Dan, I've got 3 different like apartments / condos I'm thinking about buying. But so that I literally, it's so, I don't know, guys, if anyone's ever experienced the home buying or apartment buying process. It just sucks nowadays. Like everything is so unaffordable. It's just like crazy. Like if I would have bought, the places I'm looking now are like shacks compared to what they would have been years ago.
Yeah, and Dallas is just crazy expensive.
I know. It's just, I can't even imagine Dallas. Carly wants me to look at Storm Benjamin. What is Storm Benjamin?
Oh, what's the bug situation look like at your new place?
It's better. Oh, wait.
Is it?
Speak of the devil. Hold on. As soon as you said that, Dan, one appeared on my roof. Hold on. I have a serious bug problem. What's up, Blizzard? I can't see it. Did it fall? Oh, there it is! Die!
And the Oscar goes to Brady.
Dead. Sometimes you just gotta kill it, bro.
Yeah. Well, you do a good job at it.
Yeah, well, if I told them not to come back, I told them not to come to my apartment. I literally tell them every night. And they always come in. I say, if you come in, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, it's like Connor and the spiders, isn't it?
Yeah. And guys, it's a silverfish. Those things are the absolute worst. And they're on my ceiling. And I hate them. I don't say hate a lot, but I do not like those. Okay. Carly wants us to look at Storm Benjamin. Just coming to the UK. Is it this? Oh, wait. It's got to be this. Okay. Yeah, so the United Kingdom, Spain, and wow, there it is right there, that 974 low. Guys, do we have any United Kingdom brother in the chat? United Kingdom brother. What can happen, guys, is sometimes these tropical systems can come up here and then form storms that push in the United Kingdom. That's not what's happening right here. But big time rain, big time wind, and a couple of very strong low pressure systems back to back here are going to, I mean, look at this, Dan. This is crazy. This is like 3 or 4 storms in a row here. Is the latitude storms like Melissa are in, basically what I've interpreted this question, are tropical type tornadoes possible in Melissa? Tornadoes are always possible whenever we have tropical systems. And especially, for example, here, if we look, yeah, 100%. 100%, Erica. But if we look down here, this is a hurricane, right? Typically where you have the tornadoes are on like the southeast side. So like, southeast quadrant. So down here, right? Because you got winds wrapping around this way. You also got winds wrapping this way. There's natural rotation that happens here. You can also have tornadoes that spawn up here in the northeast quadrant as well. So yeah, if this thing were to, whatever landmass this hits, especially on like the southeast side, tornadoes could be, short-lived tropical tornadoes could be a problem. Oh, the new advisory just come in? It did. Okay, hold on. We'll look at that for a second. And then I'm going to wrap, guys, because I got to go to bed. So guys, I am a meteorologist. Thank you for watching this channel. I also have a day job because I got to pay the bills. Got to get the lights on. I want to do this eventually full time. And the more of you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button, the bigger we can grow and the more I can do this. Literally, I want to do this. This is the Big Weather Show. I want to do this every night. Right? And I can do that with your help. So do me a favor. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. And become a member. Become a member of our stream. Become a member of our family. The more members we get, it's $5 a month. The more members we get, the more I can do this, the more I can deliver you the best weather info. Because we're still small time. We're still pretty small here, the Stormfront Freaks Network, but we're getting bigger with your help. Tell everyone you know about this channel. Let's look at the latest advisory here, and then we're going to wrap. Okay, here's the latest cone. Yeah, hasn't changed much. Dan, a very interesting thing I noticed. They still have hurricane watches up for Haiti. That seems weird to me. I think if it were me, I would put hurricane watches in Jamaica and then tropical storm watches in Haiti. Like I'd flip the two because the yellow is tropical storm watches. The pink is hurricane watches. I'd probably flip the two, to be honest, especially since Jamaica's in the cone and Haiti's not. But I think that just shows you the uncertainty.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah.
Let's see.
So anyway, that's the latest advisory right here. And still, I would expect if things keep trending this way, I would expect Jamaica to be upgraded to hurricane watches eventually. But still, the Hurricane Center is calling for this thing to become a major hurricane by Sunday. This is 8 p.m. right here. See this right here? This line? It's 8 p.m. So during the day, Sunday, that's when the National Hurricane Center is projecting this thing to become at least Category 3 or 4 hurricane. I agree, Kelsey. And to your point, Buff and Puff says around 8 p.m. Monday. It should start by Monday going into Tuesday. It should start to make its northeast turn. That's when the trough will be there. And that's when it'll likely make that turn. Gotta sneeze.
And I don't know if you noticed on the key message on Advisory 7, they mentioned that it's supposed to bring life-threatening flash flooding and numerous landslides.
I was muted.
There it is.
I'm back.
Yeah, there,
right
there
here.
You go.
Yep. The latest discussion, life-threatening, guys. Flash flooding. I don't care whatever way you cut it. We've been talking about the whole stream. Life-threatening flooding. No matter where this thing goes. Life-threatening. Wow. Try to say that 5 times in a row. Life-threatening. I can't do it. Life-threatening flooding.
So don't focus on the category if it's a 3, 4, 5, whatever. This is the things you need to look at. What the messaging that the National Hurricane Center puts out.
That's right. Dan, guys, this is why Agent Dan is the best. Okay. Just banger insight after banger insight. Don't pay attention to the category. Don't pay attention to the center line. You're going to get impacts well outside the center.
Yeah, Brady is absolutely correct.
No, Dan, you are correct, my friend. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hello? Hello? I'm frozen. Bro, no way. This happens 2 times. What is going on? Whoever just subscribed, Void just subscribed and absolutely broke the stream. That is just insane. All right, hold on. I'm going to restart it, Dan.
Okay.
Tell everyone a joke.
Well, instead of a joke, I'm going to kind of run through the key messages from this last update. Melissa's forecast to meander over the central Caribbean Sea could potentially become a major hurricane by late this weekend or early next week. Interests in Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba, and the Dominican Republic are urged to continue monitoring the latest forecasts. Due to Melissa's slow motion, the risk of prolonged period of strong winds, possibly lasting for a day or more, is increasing for Jamaica and the Tiburon Peninsula of Haiti. Preparations to protect life and property should be rushed to completion since strong winds could begin in these areas as early as late Thursday or Friday, continue increasing over the weekend. Brady's back.
We're back. We're back. I don't know what happened there, Dan. Great work.
That was the joke. Do you want to hear the punchline?
Yes, I do, actually. Okay. Just like I thought, no increase in the winds, still 50. Pressure actually has gone up 1 millibar. So that's exactly what I thought would happen. It's going to continue to struggle over the next 24 hours. And actually, guys, the fact that it's struggling, that's not good. That's not good. Because that means it missed its ticket north. It's not, if this thing would have been a hurricane today, it'd be going north and it would not be a huge issue. Oh no. We're back. But the fact that this thing is still taking its time, that's actually a bad sign. It's not good. So can Dan put the glasses on? Dan, Christina's asking, put the Agent Dan glasses on. Let's go. And then we're going to wrap, guys.
I don't know if I've got them with me today. Yeah, I know.
You don't have the glasses, Dan. Oh, not good. Dan should do it for number 1. I agree. Oh, he's got the glasses, chat. All right, Dan. Chat, do this with us. This is Agent Dan. Put your fingers on your ear, chat. Say, we've got to protect the president.
We've got to protect the president.
Say, target acquired.
Target acquired.
Say, tango down.
Tango down.
Boom! That's all I got for you today, chat. Dan, any final words from Agent Dan?
I just want to thank the chat for being here with us. This is just, it's always amazing. And definitely don't miss tomorrow night. What potentially could be the most epic show ever.
9 p.m. Be there. I want to see this whole chat there. Okay? If you are just tuning in, go back to the beginning. A lot of great information. Dan, that's all we got.
Yep.
Find someone. Tell them you love them. Okay? Do something nice for someone today. See you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. This is Stormcat 5 and Agent Dan. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Get ready for the ending song. Thanks for watching. Call this one Agent Dan's Warning. The waves are rising. The air runs hot. A storm's been born in a swirling spot. Melissa's name, yeah, she lights up her feet. A hurricane now, oh, she's gaining speed. Agent Dan steps to the mic so clear. He says, folks, it's time. The threat is near. Models spin and the pressure falls. A Cat 5 beast begins to crawl. Hurricane Melissa tearing through the night. Winds like fire in the pale moonlight. Agent Dan's call, you better stay wise. She's got that look of a Cat 5's eyes. The ocean boils and the clouds collide. The eye wall rolls with the deadly stride. From the Caribbean deep to the Gulf's wide span, every scream's tuned in to Agent Dan. The ocean boils and the clouds collide. The eye wall roars with a deadly stride. From the Caribbean deep to the Gulf's wide span, every scream in the world, yeah, is tuned to Agent Dan. Hurricane Melissa, yeah, she's tearing through the night. Winds like fire in the pale moonlight. Agent Dan, yeah, his voice so calm and strong. Battle down, no, she won't be long. She's spinning fast, she's breaking free. Nature's power on full decree. No storm before has burned this bright. Melissa's fury owns the night.